Testing. And enter. And pull up my YouTube. I hope people can hear me. What happens when I set it to that versus that? I don't know. I'll play around with that more. Okay, we are live. I think we're good to go. There we are. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if there's any sound. There certainly is. Okay, we're good to go. Hello, Itzak. Welcome, welcome. I'm opening up live chat. What's up, ADHD and Elizabeth the Witch? What's up? All right, I've got the live chat going. I'm doing the pop out. Hello, Alora. Nice to see you here. Hello, Flash and Toby. Does this sound podcast quality? I am using my microphone. You can hear me, and I echoed. Yes, I echoed briefly because I was pulling up my YouTube stream. Hopefully the echo is gone. Let me know if the echo is still there. I'm using my fancy schmancy microphone today because I am feeling in the mood for busting out the fancy schmancy mic. We'll see what happens. Everything about this stream is going to be a little different than normal. I don't plan to play music because the music isn't integrated into this system. Glad to hear that it sounded good. Glad to hear the echo is gone. And I'm just going to be working, yeah, Michael, lots of updates on this Etch A Sketch drawing. Right now I'm working on the sky. So these are all like clouds and sky. So I'm going to fill in the sky portions right now. And I think I might leave this portion pretty light because here's the reference photo and you can see how light it registers here. So I feel like it's akin to the color of the clouds and I don't really want to mess with that. I sound like those people that do ASMR. Well, I certainly have the microphone for it, I'll tell you what. All right, so while we're at it, I'm just going to start drawing now. I'm going to have to do a couple adjustments on my end. I'm trying to figure out where to move things. I'm going to grab my little pillows for my arms. So yes. How is everyone doing today? How was your weekend? This is where I'm working right now, so people can see what's going on. How was your collective weekends, everyone? How was your... Let's get a little more light on that. That's better. Almost ready. Almost ready. I didn't think I'd need pillows today, but turns out I do. Nothing wrong with being moderately ergonomic, everybody. Hello, Brandon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, like I said, very different. Oh, gosh, I'm just bumping into everything. Great question, Elizabeth the Witch. I just so happen to know where it is because I could see it pretty clearly. I often lose track of it, though. And what I need to do is kind of like the knob a little bit, just kind of jiggle it around. It is a common problem. It is a major concern. Okay, let's put the mic a little farther away from me. Hopefully you could still hear me okay. It's probably not as clear as it was before, huh? But hopefully it's still pretty good. Welcome to everyone joining in, though, and thank you so much for liking the stream. I am going to keep working right here on this portion, and honestly, I gotta kick this pillow off my... I don't know if the pillows are gonna work today. With that said, there we go. Okay, I think I have a pretty good rhythm with where I need to be. I'm gonna scooch this. My reference photo is like, I have it wedged in my keyboard, so it's kind of nice to have it so easily on hand. And then I've even been looking at, I need new keycaps. Oh, no, ADHD. Trust me when I say that no keycap is going to withstand the scourge of my harpy talons. Like, this is a given. This is an absolute given. My keys will all look like this because my nails are just so aggressively powerful that it's just not gonna... That's just part of the deal. The thing is that I need to be able to be abusive to my keyboard because I don't want to be precious with it. So I bought this keyboard with the full expectation that I was going to really put a number on it. Or do a number on it. Okay. I think I like this angle because you could see what's going on. But then I can focus on the drawing. I get a little bit closer to it as well. Like I say, I don't often do Etch A Sketch drawings on this size Etch A Sketch during live streams because the setup is a whole different ball of wax. The stylus is right here for anyone wondering. And it's all different because my camera needs to be like close enough to see details but far enough away to get most of the drawing, where that's not a problem with the smaller Etch A Sketches, but it is a problem when I'm working with the bigger ones. So I'm just slowly but surely filling in some parallel lines here. I'm wondering, I think I like it. I think I feel pretty good about it. Welcome to everyone joining in, by the way. Got to get those machined aluminum keys. Yeah, aluminum would be very apropos too. Why are there two sets of shadows? Are there two suns? This is based on the original painting, which does not have a consistent light source. So what you're seeing is the reference I'm using from the original painting, which does not necessarily use logic. So hopefully that helps to clear that up a little bit. Taking a little sip of water. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm working on, I gotta fill in this portion of sky right here, and I'm just kind of carefully retracing the cloud shape, looking at my reference photo. I'm gonna pull up another one on my computer, so I just have another way to look at it. Let me pull up the office pic. It's over here. Did everyone have a good weekend, though? I hope you all had a good weekend. My weekend was pretty great, honestly. I feel like I didn't do too much. It was like relaxing. I played a lot of Pokemon Shining Pearl. ADHD makes a point. 76 people in the room, only 19 likes. Oh my goodness. Smash that like button. This is true. ADHD does make a point. It is very helpful. How do I do that? So if you're ever curious about how I do what I do on Etch A Sketch, I have been drawing on an Etch A Sketch for a very, very long time. I started when I was around 4 and I never stopped. I'm seeing something. There we go. Let me get a light in this a little bit better. Okay, so I need to more closely examine what's happening here. Yeah, I gotta say, doing the classic Etch A Sketch on a live stream is actually really difficult for me because I want to get my nose right up in this, and I can't because I have a camera in the way. That's the crux of why I don't stream this size Etch A Sketch almost ever. It's a little too cumbersome for me. So you're gonna see me moving around quite a lot while I attempt to get into a more comfortable position with this Etch A Sketch. Hello, Thunder. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Lawson. I appreciate that. Hello, Frida. Nice to see you here. So, yeah, I'm not super pleased with... I think it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so I'm just filling in the sky right over here. Wonder if I should pull out this little doohickey. Actually, I'll use the end of this spoon to point to where I am. That'll be good. Thank you for the subscriptions. Always appreciated. Does it make a difference if I switch the mic to this mode? Does it sound any different, out of curiosity? Does it sound any better? Does it sound any worse? Very curious. Ah, your cat's got a new cat tree. That's cool. Sounds the same? Okay. Duly noted. Yes, please share those pics in the Discord. You can hear me a bit louder now? That's good. I'm also speaking right next to the microphone, so I figure that helps a fair amount. Alright, so we're just getting... I don't know if it's really the most beneficial to stream this portion of the drawing on a stream, but I know a lot of people ask me to do big Etch A Sketch drawings on stream, so this is sort of to satiate the curiosity of the people, so to say. So, oh, there it is! You are my biggest fan. Oh, we love to see that, don't we? We love to see it. I'm apparently Arubiel's biggest fan, everybody. What happens if I make a big mistake or someone sabotages it? Well, if someone were to sabotage it, I probably wouldn't have a choice but to start again, but I don't think I'm often in situations where people would sabotage an Etch A Sketch. Um, as far as a big mistake, yeah, if it's big enough, I do have to start over. So it is an unforgiving medium. We are over here right now, everybody. Giannis, I'm glad you think my art is so cutie patootie. I appreciate that. That's why my voice is so soft today. Yeah, it's my microphone. It's my microphone. Okay, so now we're going to work on the sky up here. And this region here is going to all take a little bit because there's a lot of areas I got to get into around here. So, love the drawing. I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to scooch a little bit. Got to do a little rotating to get... I just want to get my nose right up in it, everybody. I just want to get my face really close to the screen so I could see it a little better. Okay. Here we go. The thing about Etch A Sketch, something I say during my live streams, actually during my tutorials, I say this, Etch A Sketch is not a race. Give it all the time that it needs, and you will not regret taking your time on a drawing. So right now, you see that I'm working in this region right here, and I'm going slowly but surely. This is the building from The Office, so you all want to get really close to see it? I could zoom in more if you want. Try moving the keyboard that... Well, so here's the problem, Thunder. Then it's going to be upside down. I could rotate the phone, but it starts getting a little awkward. Like, I mean, I could try. Let's see what happens here. If I move this... The position of my camera on my phone complicates things. So if I scooch... See, now it's hitting the volume knob pretty permanently on my phone. It has a lot to do... Welcome, everyone. I could theoretically scooch it and then, like... that. See, I just it's a little bit... Oh, see, now my phone is doing a lot of funny stuff because I moved the phone. Yeah, this is no bueno. This is not working out. This is not. Nope. No can do on that count. No can do on that count. We're going back to core position. There we go. Okay. Can I zoom in more? Yeah, I'll zoom in more for you. There we go. Now you're getting into some detail. People who are just now joining in will be a little bit confused because they may not know it's an Etch A Sketch, but you all will be here to understand that. Is that a good zoom rate for all of you? Can you see what's happening? You see where I am? You know, Erubiel, I thought that you could speak Spanish because I noticed when people flip the, you said that I am your biggest fan, but the opposite, you said you are my biggest fan. I thought it might have been one of those kind of me gusta situations. So, yo puedo hablar español un poquitito, pero ha sido muchos años que he tomado un clase de español. Lo siento, pero I will try to read español. Yo puedo un poquito. All right, slowly but surely, I'm working away on this region right up here. Gracias, Astorcito. Yo practiqué mucho en colegio porque me encanta hablar en español. I love speaking in Spanish. And viajé a España en 2028 y fue muy divertido. Lo siento si no recuerdo cómo conjugar los verbos. Yeah. What was the hardest part of the drawing, Jace? The hardest part of the drawing, yes, it was amazing going to Spain. I would say it was the plotting of all of the information. That's the step that takes the longest. That's the step that I have to be the most methodical about and the most careful because that's where the opportunity for mistake is the most likely to occur. Right now, I'm kind of doing the delicious final part where I'm just working on the shading. Don't get me wrong, this takes a long time, but it's easier. You can speak Spanish and English? That's cool. Your school has to have clear book bags. That's a bummer. Well, that's a start, ADHD. How long did this take? I've probably put a good 10 hours into this. You like my art so much. Thank you, Derek. Much appreciated. This is where I am right now to anybody joining in. Remember, this one is just a chill stream. I could put on music in the background, but I don't know if you all can hear it. Would you like to hear music? I'll put a little poll up. How about that? Let's put up a little poll. I'll do a little poll for everybody. Start a poll. I'll put music. And then yes or... One second, my phone's not phoning. It's because my office is incredibly hot. It's 84 degrees in here. So if you'd like some background music, I could put something on in the background. I love how you are ignoring every comment I say. Hear me out, Potato. I don't always see every comment because I'm busy drawing on an Etch A Sketch. And I just set up a poll on my phone, which means that my eyes were in another place. So please try to understand that I'm doing the best I can during a live stream, and a lot of comments just fall through the cracks. So instead of taking it personally, just try to think about the grand scheme of life and how it's not necessarily always about you. Okay? Please understand that. Thank you. All right? We good? We good? You're getting like a chill vibes version of Angry Edge today? All right. We're good? We're good? Okay. Good. How do I decide on the texture? So Mina, I picked up an Etch A Sketch when I was around 4, and I have a significant amount of experience. Thank you so much, Martin, for those lovely... You are the first super chatter of the stream. Drop some MVPs for Martin, please. I'm not even familiar with that currency, but I am so appreciative that you decided to bless my stream with such a nice and kind gesture today. So back to the question from earlier. A lot of people are saying they'd like music. That's good news. Okay, I'll probably set up some music in a minute. But I am reading... It's true, Iskander. Yes. A lot of streams are very different. So the way that I decide my my patterns, going back to that question, apologies for getting off track there, is that I'm very honestly kind of on the fly about a lot of it. I try to be very experimental. If something feels right, like for example, this pattern here felt like the right pattern to do because in my reference photo, it had this sort of pebbly texture that I was trying to not necessarily replicate, but like give the feeling for, you know? So I thought that this was like it just felt like the right way to go. I try to put my personal flair into my work. There's nothing wrong with the classic horizontal lines. You can't go wrong with that. It just really works really well. So, yeah, great question, though. My voice feels so familiar. You know, I am told that I sound like a number of other people. Feel free to guess who you might think that might be. Gonna take a sip of water. That's $2.36 USD. Thank you so much, Potato, for doing that conversion for me. Thank you, Dustin. So I do not play song requests because it will demonetize my streams. I have to cough. One moment, everybody. I'm going to mute my mic. Well, if you heard that, you heard that, but I just turned my mic off and on. I have experimented a little bit. Oh, thank you so much for that additional super chat. Have I tried? I have never heard of that before, Martin. What is that? Share more about that with me. I'm not familiar with that. So today I'm not taking requests, be it songs or the cough ASMR. Did you hear that cough? Did the cough not mute after all? Be it music or requests today or drawings. Normally I do drawings as well as requests. So to Giannis, my favorite movie, I have 3 favorite movies: Back to the Future, The Sound of Music, and The Big Lebowski. Those are my trifecta. They're all bona fide classics. They're all fantastic, and they're all very different from one another. Truly American classics. Welcome to anyone joining in. What you are looking at is a very close-up Etch A Sketch drawing. So I'm going to take a look. I'm glad you didn't hear the cough. So All right. So I very well might be your biggest fan of Reveal. Very well might be. Looks like a lot of you want music, so I'm going to turn some music on. Let me know if you can hear it. Oh, that's loud. I'm going to switch song. What is The Big Lebowski? Lebowski. It is a classic 1996 Coen Brothers movie. Excellent movie. It sounds like I'm so close to the mic. This is true. I am quite close to the microphone. If I put it farther away, then I'm quieter. So, all right, so I'm working on this cloud right here. You can hear the music? That's good. Here, I'm going to scooch it because that'll give me more space. Do I still sound clear? I'm just going to speak a little more loudly. Now I'm tracing up this cloud. Oop, I just realized how. There we go. So I'm tracing up this cloud. I'm going to work on that region right there. Wow, you subbed with notifications. My goodness. Can I go on microscopic levels of close? I could zoom in more, but at some point there will be diminishing returns. Okay. Working away on the Etch A Sketch. Okay, so now we're coming around this way. And just finishing up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, isn't that satisfying? Oh yeah. Yes. I'm glad you could hear the music, that's good. So we're basically going to work on this stream until my phone dies, which will be probably in an hour or so, because I have my mic powered by my phone right now. You're a young artist? That's cool. What kind of art do you make, Spider-Man edits? Maybe your username is giving clues for what kind of art you make, huh? So now I'm going to clean up these lines. See how they got all fuzzified? Because I made these parallel lines, it pushed the aluminum powder into these lines, and I would like to make it darker. Like, see how dark it is right here? I want to bring that back all the way along this perimeter. So that is my next mission, to bring that line back. Just give it a few minutes, and you're going to see that delicious line work come back to life. It's going to be amazing. How do I get ideas? Well, I get ideas from all different kinds of places. This one's a commission, though. So, okay, I'm scooching a couple things around so I can get more comfy. Should I use a little pillow? Let me grab a little pillow. I'm feeling pressure on my left shoulder. That means I should be a little more ergonomically minded. I will continue moving my mic farther away and just speaking out loud. Okay. You were here a few streams ago? Welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. Okay, so the stylus is right here. It's that little spot. And I'm just going to focus on slowly bringing back this information. So I'm tracing over the previous lines I've drawn. See how that's coming back? See how that's coming back now? Look at that. Isn't that delicious? Isn't that good? You'll notice this area still needs to be making a comeback, so I'm going to go over there in a little bit. But first I'm going to focus here and just clean up that line work. It's going to be delicious, everybody. I'm so excited. How do I get the pen to ink? Do you push down the right button? So Harold, the left knob, you can't see the knobs right now because I'm so zoomed in, but the left knob does horizontal motion and the right knob does vertical. And you are scraping powder off a screen. There's no inking happening. You're actually looking into the inside of the Etch A Sketch when you work. I'll tell you what, I will show you a demonstration with an Etch A Sketch that I've scraped all the powder off the screen. If we get to, we're at 89 likes right now. If we get to 150 likes in the next 5 minutes at 6:30. So by 6:35 p.m. Eastern, if we get to 150 likes, I will pull out another one of my Etch A Sketches and show you a demonstration. If you want to see that demo, make sure to like the stream, double tap that screen, maybe. And you guys wanted music, so I'm going to end the poll. All right, so let's clean up those lines. There we go. It's coming along, coming along. I should probably update that Nightbot, because I think you can now double tap. We're at 100 likes right now. We got 4 minutes to get to 150, everybody. Here, let me set up a quick poll. Let's see if it actually pulls. Yes. Oh, that's good to know. Hello, Ethan. Lots and lots of practice. A stupid amount of practice. There we go. And we're gonna come around this way again. Just do a little cleanup work here. I'm really excited to get this commission done. The client has been oh so lovely and patient. And there we go. And I'm surprised that was in my TikTok playlist, actually. I wonder if that just demonetized my stream. iPhone app does on all. That's good. Is it done? We're at 116 likes, but it's 6:33. It's only 6:33 here. We got 2 more minutes. Alright. Do I play games? Yes, I do. Are you referring to video games or like sports games? I'm more likely to play a video game than a sports game. There we go. And now look at how nice and dark that is. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? So we're gonna do that down here as well to clean that up. Alright, we're at 124. We're 26 likes away. If you would like to see a demonstration on another Etch A Sketch of how the inside looks and how it works, you can make that happen. At 150 likes, but we only, it's only until 6:35 p.m. Eastern. There we go. Alright, now that's cleaned up. Isn't that delicioso? We have officially achieved over 100% ratio. I am not from New York City. No, I am not. I can confirm that. Okay. And bringing it around here. What brings you all here tonight? What brings you all here on this fine evening? I'm going to... Let me think for a moment. I think I'm going to bring this line. So I'm going to have to move where I am on the Etch A Sketch because I'm going to bring this line all the way over here. So it's going to go from here. I know it's not focusing the best. It's going to go from here all the way to here. And then I'm going to come up here and then come around here to get here. So the only way to get here, there's 2 ways to do it. I could go, well, there's many ways. I could go down this way and then travel, but I don't want to mess with this region. I like how it looks. So I'm going to come all the way across here and then come back and backtrack. So let me zoom out. There we go. So you can get a better look at what I'm about to accomplish. So pay attention to this little white spot, everybody, right there. This is going to be a complex diagonal. I'm going to take it nice and slow, and I might have to move the phone a bit. So you're going to get a little bit of a side angle for a moment. Yeah, you're going to get a bit of a side angle because I need to get a little closer to the Etch A Sketch for this. This is a difficult maneuver. I'm going to take it very slow. Apologies for the side angle. Yeah, the spoon is like my little pointer. Okay, so remember, I'm doing this line to get over here. Okay, here we go. Slowly. I won't be able to read the chat for a moment while I do this. And my mouth is not as close to the mic while I do this. This is particularly tedious work that I'm doing right now. This is some of the most difficult Etch A Sketching there is perfectly retracing an angled line. And there I am, right there. So now I'm gonna bring it up here, and then I can switch my angle back once I get the stylus over here, so. There we go. I'm just retracing. This part's easy. This part's easy street, because it doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm just retracing that cloud. The stylus is now here. I'm using the left knob only so I can show with my right hand. And here we are. All right, now we're where I want to be. So now I can switch the angle back up. My voice is like your older sister. Huh. Far out. Okay, so now the stylus is up here. A deity that has a mastery of an ancient forgotten craft. I like that, king. Oh, yay, Flash! That makes me very happy to hear that the package arrived today. That is so quick. That is so incredibly quick. I shipped it out on Saturday. Kudos to the postal system. So glad to hear everything's looking great. It was such a pleasure to pack all that for you. Hopefully that Doodle Dome's working for you great. It might have leaked a little bit. It's one of the reasons why I put it in a bag, just in case there's a little trace aluminum. Those Doodle Domes are not perfectly sealed concoctions, I'll tell you what. Yes, it does, Harold. Yes. A fart night stream? I've never done a fart night stream. I'll tell you what, though. I've never planned to do a Fortnite stream specifically. That's not really something I do. There's the stylus. But I will tell you that sometimes I put on crazy streams when people donate specific amounts. I did a May the 4th stream, thanks to Brand Stews. I did start on this live, yes. 160 likes. It is 6:39 though. I don't think the goal was hit by 6:35, but that's good to know, Harold. Maybe I'll pull it out later, potentially. If I'm not, I'm gonna work on this for a while and we'll see. So there's a way to make them permanent, exclamation point permanent, for more information. There we go. Can anyone name what this song is? We got any true weebs in the chat? This is true, Matthias. Shorts does recommend live now. Isn't that bazonkers? It's fun. It's been fun being able to shake Brock. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear you've enjoyed shaking Brock. That was one of my first, neat fact about that one, Flash, that was one of the first Etch A Sketches, one of the first major batches of preserved Etch A Sketch drawings I'd ever done with my disassembly preservation method, because I was living in Chicago and did a mass preservation before moving to Maryland, and fun fact, I moved like 30 drawings in a box in a shipping container across the country, and when the shipping container arrived, every single one of those drawings was perfectly intact. Isn't that crazy? Now, they were flat, but they had gone into a shipping container that was then trucked across the country. I think that's just bonkers. I was so impressed. And so my, like, panic preservation of my favorite work was almost for naught. Like, I could have actually waited to preserve until I got to Maryland. I just think that's funny. It just goes to show the resilience of an Etch A Sketch drawing when you keep it flat. Alright, so we finished this part. We're going to come back around here and do over here. So, how do I draw so fast? Well, the part that I'm doing right now, I think, is deceptive in its difficulty. I think it's pretty easy for me, so it's sort of smooth sailing. It takes time, though. For me, I feel like I'm working a lot slower than normal on this part, so yeah. I'm going to take a little cough for a moment. I could have muted for that, but that's okay. Welcome to anyone joining in, by the way. My name is Jane. I'm Princess Etch. I'm an Etch A Sketch artist, and today I am drawing the office painting from The Office, like Pam's watercolor. So that's what you're looking at right now. Gonna take another sip of water. Make sure to hydrate, everybody. Thank you, Team Pandas. Whoop. Okay. Doing a little stretching. Whew. Today's been a good day, everybody. I locked in on a gig with a client in the future. There's another one that's looking really good. And I think it's always a good Monday when work is coming in on my plate. It's always a good Monday. You won't hear me complaining about a Monday where I get a gig. So I won't share details about the gig until we get the contract signed. So stay tuned for that. But if all goes well, I'll have an event that I'm going to be working at in October, and that's all I'm going to share at this time. Feels good, though. Feels darn good. Do I practice yoga? Not enough, Harold. I used to a lot more. I should get back into yoga. Wouldn't that be quite a stream? Yoga with Princess Etch. Would you all join me in yoga if I did a yoga live stream? I can't lead yoga, though. I'm not qualified. You should not trust me as a yogi. I am absolutely a beginner. That's great, Harold. I don't know. Maybe we could follow along with yoga together. We've got some O's in the chat. Ooh. It does a little bit, JJ. The talking does distract because I'm looking away from my drawing. It's a reason why I very rarely do long form drawings, because I need to focus in a different way than when I'm doing my short form, and the way that my setup makes it a lot harder for me to focus on a long form drawing because they're bigger. So that is part of the issue with it. So Halloween Etch A Sketch event. Ooh. You'll just have to wait. There we go. You're down for some yoga? I should definitely be doing yoga. I'll tell you what. It would only be to my benefit. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so now we finished the sky over here. I'm glad I did it. It broke up the background a lot, and I think that was a good call. So I'm now going to do the thing I did before, and I'm just going to clean up these lines, make them look like that. Right now, these are all looking choppy, so it is muscle memory for me. Absolutely. Have I broken something on a live stream? Yes, I've broken an Etch A Sketch or two. This has happened. Okay, so I'm just retracing. I don't really want to retrace everything on this side because I'm going to have to go back around, but that's okay. Okay, so we're coming over here. Where's my reference photo? Okay, so we've got this like puffy cloud right here. And I'm not exactly replicating it, but I'm trying to kind of get the gist of it. Okay. There we go. That influenced how tall I made the cloud there. Okay. Okay, so let me come from this side and just start over there and work my way around. It wasn't through rage, it was just an old Etch A Sketch and the wire snapped on the inside. I kind of felt it coming, but sometimes it just happens, you know? Okay, so now we're gonna start over here and then slowly make our way around the cloud. It's gonna be a journey. I'm doing a little stretch, everybody. I have thrown Etch A Sketches before, though. Hey, we're at 225 likes. That is fantastic news. Thank you, everybody, for double tapping that screen. If you haven't done so yet, consider doing so if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Okay, back at it again, everybody. All right. Whoop, boop, 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 boop. Okay, so what you're witnessing right now is I'm right here, and I'm just going to clean up all those lines. I'm being much more show and telly than I normally am on stream. Normally, I think when the Etch A Sketch is smaller, it's easier for people to just infer where I am, whereas with this one, there's so many things already happening that I think it's hard for people to keep up with where the stylus is. And the stylus is the device that's scraping the aluminum powder off the screen as I work. The stylus is the doohickey that puts the magic in Etch A Sketch, I'll tell you what. You have an Etch A Sketch? That's cool. You'll never believe it, but I've got at least one. Alright. And let me just... Sometimes tapping helps to kind of free up... Oh yeah, that cleaned it up real nice. That's nice. There we go. Get the dose, Pokemon. Get the dose, yeah. There we go. Wee, whoop, 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 woo! And we have completed these clouds. Yay! Yeah! Thank you, ADHD. I appreciate that. I just slammed my hand into the side table. That hurt. I do not recommend doing that, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, everybody. I will make a super chat goal. The super chat goal tonight will be, I think we're at like $5 in. One second, let me check where we are in the fan funding. We're at $5 worth of super chat, thanks to Martin's contributions. I'm talking USD, $5. So if we hit $25 USD today, I will come back on live at around 11 p.m. Eastern tonight to do some Etch A Sketch requests. That'll be about an hour stream, so if you'd like to see that, it could probably be a lot longer than an hour if we start getting paid requests in for later tonight. But that is the super chat goal for tonight, so we are $20 super chat away from unlocking that goal tonight of another stream that'll be like Etch A Sketch request. Okay, so now I'm scooting you all over here, and I'm gonna work on the shading right there. This part's going to be a lot easier. So everything is touching each other, actually. If you pay close attention, you'll see that everything is one line, but you're just not seeing the whole picture, so you can't see all the connection points. But everything is, in fact, a monolinear experience. There we go. Sometimes something appears to have the illusion of disconnected lines, but I can assure you it's all one line. The leaves are not touching because what you're seeing is when I do certain shading techniques, it scooches aluminum powder around the stylus, and it depends on the Etch A Sketch, but that effect can sometimes happen based on the quality of the Etch A Sketch. It's generally unintended, but this is I can't really replicate it because I'm working on a different region. But all the time you'll see that I'm creating minute little pockets of powder. And I was able to take more advantage of that with the tree foliage there. That was a unique quality about this Etch A Sketch. Thank you, Vance. Hello, Granite. Did you know that at one point I might have actually had an opportunity to speak on the news in Mexico? I would have been speaking in Spanish on the local news, I believe in Mexico City. The opportunity fell through, and that's okay because I was a little bit nervous about practicing my Spanish in front of a live audience. Being interviewed in a non-native language is a little bit stressful. But it did not pan out, but I was prepared for it. I was like, listen, I'll try. And maybe that'll be half the entertainment, is the world watching me fail. And they were kind of into it. I was like, you know, I've got my basics down. Is that Heisenberg in the chat? When people say my name, all I can think is Heisenberg. Yeah, it would have been really scary. I mean, just thinking about it, my palms get a little sweaty. But I learned that I do okay when I don't speak a native language, when I embrace the fact that I don't speak it. Like, when I was in Paris, my French, you think my Spanish is bad. My French is, désolé, everyone. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And I did okay. I sold a lot of work with my Hooked on Phonics French. Anytime someone says say my name, I'm just going to say Heisenberg. I'm not your parrot. I'm a human being. You don't go up to a stranger and say my name. All right, we're going to work on this portion of the cloud right here. Right here. Today I'm working on the watercolor painting from The Office. To It 85? Yeah, I mean, your definition of perfect circle is probably going to be more precise than mine, but I've done circles on Etch A Sketch. I have videos about it too. Slowly but surely. Let's see if I could get a better angle for you all. There we go. Ha! That is true. It's a good band. I have a friend who designed concert poster for them recently. Did 2 different concert posters. She's the person that I bought my Pokemon dresses from. Her work is awesome. Hello, Jay Friars. I actually don't think I'd want one to control stroke with, but I do have an Etch A Sketch with a 3rd knob, and at some point I'll be sharing that. Shout out to those involved with the acquisition of that one. Wiggling my eyebrows, you know who you are. It is wild. It is crazy. To anyone who'd like to learn more about how I do what I do and why I do it, I encourage you to subscribe to me here on YouTube and check out some of my videos. I've got a lot of videos that are addressing a lot of frequently asked questions. If you watch a video called My Etch A Sketch Story, that video really gets into like the nitty-gritty of my history with Etch A Sketch. Thank you, that girl, for subscribing. Slowly but surely, methodically working through. Here we go. Thanks for liking the stream. We are currently at 302 likes. That's fantastic. Hugh, it's not always. This Etch A Sketch drawing is, but normally I do much quicker drawings, usually within 15 minutes or less. Sometimes I'll do 1-minute drawings. So if we hit that goal today, I'll do another stream this evening where I'll demonstrate some speed etching. But that stream will take place at around 11 p.m. Eastern today, which is pretty late. But I could do 1-minute drawings, no problem. There we go. But for these drawings, I'm more methodical. Can you see the whole thing? Here, let me zoom out. There you go. Yeah, for starters, it was probably around like 10 minutes or so, maybe a little longer than that, but yeah. Thanks, Hugh. I appreciate that. Where did I leave that stylus? That pesky, pesky stylus. Ah! Up here. That's really weird to say, Moondust. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Explain. Okay, so now I'm gonna do what I've done before and clean up those lines. So I'm gonna start up here, and then I'm gonna make this nice and crisp again. See all these little breaks? This is a fantastic example of how it looks like this is a disconnected line, right? It's because the aluminum is pushing little pockets of powder out of the way. So we're gonna clean that up by going over it. All right. Here we go. Scooting you all over here. Much better. I feel like I could work with this angle. One moment. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I need to kick a couple things off my desk. This is obnoxious. One moment. All right. Much better. Never say you have a question for me. Just ask the question. It's a waste of a comment to say you have a question for me. I can't consent to being asked a question I don't know what it is. Thanks for the subscription. Much appreciated. What would mean even more to me than a subscription is if you checked out some of my videos to find out what else I make, because I have a feeling you're really going to enjoy if you like this stream. I think that my videos are even better. At least in certain ways. Yeah, I'm not a parrot your fave edits. I don't just scream things people ask me to scream. And I'm right over here right now. Oh yeah, Hugh? Yeah, I think, well, I've been streaming now for 4 years. Okay, I'll say 2 to 3 years pretty darn consistently. And a lot of people ask a lot of strange things of me, or they'll do things that they wouldn't do in normal life. So it's it's important for me to establish boundaries that are consistent and that feel right for me. And so sometimes those boundaries seem really arbitrary, but it's it's for my sanity, I'll tell you what. Oh, you can sub if you want to. Don't feel any pressure to. I always appreciate those who choose to subscribe. I would only like to encourage people who are enjoying the stream to subscribe. If you're enjoying this, if you want to see more Etch A Sketch drawings, if you enjoy hanging out with me and asking questions and vibing, then by all means, please consider subscribing. Hey, love that for you, ADHD. What kind of pizza did you make? It does kind of have that vibe, Moondusk. There we go. I think what a lot of people fail to understand when they stroll into a live stream is a lot of things that a lot of people do are something that everyone does. Like when people ask me to say things, or when people say, can you draw this next? Or when people say, like, Frozen Store bought ones. Nice. You know, like a lot of people do things like asking me to say something or whatever. And my moderators see it all the time, and I see it all the time, but they don't see it all the time because they're not joining live streams all the time. It would be like if your name was like Carl, and the first person was like, hey, Carl, like Carl from Jimmy Neutron. And then like you hear it one time, you're like, haha, yeah, Carl, like Carl from Jimmy Neutron. And then like every time you live stream and your name is Carl, people join your live stream and they're like, hey, Carl, like Carl from Jimmy Neutron. And then like for the rest of your life, you've just got people being like Carl from Jimmy Neutron, and they all think that they're hilarious and original when that person named Carl had heard it 8 million times. It like kind of stops being funny after the 7,999,999th time. You know what I'm saying? Carl, like Carl Weezer. Exactly. Kyle and I are watching the Jimmy Neutron movie right now. What shows would I recommend other than The Office? Great question, Aswer. So I like Frasier a lot. I like The Queen's Gambit. I like season 1 of Stranger Things. I like season 1 of Russian Doll. I like Blue Eye Samurai. I like, I mean, those are just a few shows that you could work with. I enjoyed the show Julia. It's got some of the cast of Frasier in it, but it's on HBO Max, and it's the story of like Julia Childs. I really enjoy it. I liked it. It got canceled after 2 seasons, though. I watched Why Women Kill recently. Loved it. Both seasons. Oh, right. That's a great one, Hugh. Yeah, I don't do a lot of gaming streams, but I see people being that way. Like, they just assume that, like, they have the remote control and can just call what the next game is going to be. It's like, where do you get off thinking that that's how a live stream works? Do you think I'm just gonna, like, ask my audience, right? Like, sometimes they ask their audience, which game should I play? But most of the time, they're in the middle of playing a game. And can you imagine, like, you're in the middle of playing Mario Kart and someone walks into the room and they're like, play Halo. Play Fortnite right now. Play Fortnite. Play Fortnite. Play Fortnite. Play Fortnite. And they just spam it 8 million times. Like, that's not how humans operate in the real world. That's not how real life works. But, like, a lot of people, there's, like, a disconnect. I think a lot of it's just people are kids, you know? But I think a lot of people in the world have this, like, dissonance between, like, how they treat live streamers in real life versus, like, how they talk to them online. We finally finished this portion of the drawing. That is so satisfying. I keep up with TV. I'm watching The Boys right now. Hey, we know that's an iPad. Yeah, there it is. Play Minecraft. Play Minecraft. All right, let's zoom out, survey the scene. We've made a lot of progress. I might take a break at this point because at this point I'm going to be doing just a lot of more intricate detailing, and I think that will require me to do a lot of cleanup work inside of here. I'm going to keep this blank. I gotta say, see how the window angle is here? I wish I made it more consistent. It's a little bit too angled, so I'm going to try to clean that up and just push that angle down just a hair. So I'm going to work on that. That was my note to add the Office logo on the bottom left. Exclamation point favorite movie if you want to learn more about my favorite movies. I talked about that earlier. No worries if you missed earlier, though. That's why I have a ping set up. So that's my plan, is to just work on some of the cleanup here. I feel like I'm getting toward the finish line on this. I'd like to make this area darker because it registers as darker here and here. So I'm going to darken up these spaces and make this curb darker. So right now the curb is light, and I'm just going to like add some more lines to this area. Or maybe even, I think I'll do like vertical lines. I gotta think about it. You don't have enough money for me to delete it. This is a commission drawing, so Pastify, there's just not enough money. No option on YouTube will provide enough money for the donation to delete this. You pay for YouTube Premium, Spotify, and Sirius XM. I actually, believe it or not, don't pay for any subscription services. Oh, except Adobe Creative Cloud. I do pay for that one. I need it for work. I use it almost every day. I'll accept that much. There we go. ADHD says $1 million. Maybe. Yeah, $1 million. I'll do it for $1 million. Why not? If you send me $1 million through Super Chat, I will delete this drawing. Although it's going to be such a high donation that I'm going to be suspicious of a chargeback, so I might have to wait for it to clear. It might be 6 months from now that I delete it, so. All right. Well, this drawing is complete. I'll flip the camera, say some final words. Let's pause the music. So, yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten a donation that was that egregiously high, but yeah. I don't know what you mean by that, Davina. Do you want me to, like, dox myself? I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, because I'd prefer not to do that, and I don't think there's an amount of money that would satiate my desire to dox myself, you know? I'm just not really interested in doing that. All right, let's flip the camera around. All right, we're going to take a good look at my forehead for a moment while I scooch a couple things. Helene, that is a surprisingly deep question. Am I? It's very existential of you, Helene. Incredibly existential. Okay, here we are. Hello, everybody. It is I, the person who's been drawing with all of you tonight. I've got the mic right next to my face. I'm going to move a couple things and maybe brighten up this screen a little bit. Ooh, Dream is kind of cool. Ooh. All right, I'll stick with that for a sec. We're going to make this very trippy. Now we'll switch to Beam. Okay. Yeah, so I let my hair air dry today, so my bangs just have a mind of their own, but that's okay. That's still not a good idea to do ADHD. I don't encourage it. You love my forehead? Thanks. It's almost a 5 head. I've been working on it. You ate uranium ore? I encourage you to see a doctor about that, so. I don't think that's the case, Aubrey. Thank you for the compliment on my Etch A Shrek. There we go. Well, now we're getting the really weird comments, now that I flipped the camera, so. You love my bangs? Well, tarnations, Lisa. Much appreciated. So. That's, yeah, it helps when you're far, far away, so. You're watching me from the UK? That's cool. Thanks for the compliment on my eyeball colors. Yeah, they got like a little hint. I wonder how much I could zoom in, probably. Ugh. Ugh. Ah, there we go. Well, there's like a hint of like another color in there. You see it? It's kind of blurry. I can't really make it less blurry. All right. How old am I? 32. There we go. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign out in a moment. I'm going to go and start making some dinner. So, oh, they're very similar color. That's cool. They are bizarre, aren't they, Green Dog? Yeah, bluish, greenish. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. If you've not yet joined my Discord, I encourage you to do so. Discord link in exclamation point Discord. You actually don't even have to click it in a bio, so that's cool. So, all right, everybody. I will be back tomorrow around 6 p.m. Eastern. That is the tentative plan. So I hope to see you then. It will be open requests, which I know a lot of you really like. So take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and night wherever you happen to be in the world. And as always, each and every one of you could be anywhere on the internet. It is the World Wide Web after all. And you've chosen to spend this time with me, which I never want to take for granted. So thank you all so very much. I'm going to do a final survey of the comments because there are some strange comments that I just saw. That is really weird what you said there, Goofy. You're getting a timeout for that. That's really weird. We're putting you in 5 minute. Goodbye. Draw retro game stuff. I do that a lot, Green Dog. And you're turning 23 in a few months, so you'd like to know how it feels being 32? Compared to 23, I'll share some final thoughts before I head out. So I feel like I should have started saving for retirement when I was your age. So I consider that you should do that if you're not doing that yet. My health is still fine, but it's not as good as when I was 23. So try to be healthy. I eat better than I did when I was 23. So eating well gets you a far, far way. So consider eating good foods for you. Eat your veggies. A lot of my friends are either married or with children now, so that's going to happen to you probably too, if you're not yet married or with children. And it will be harder for you to keep in touch with your peers, but it's worth the effort. So those are some thoughts I have about being 32 versus 22. Catching up with the chat now. So Dr. Pepper spawned in. That's cool. All right, catching up with the chat. It is currently 7:11 p.m., which is the perfect time to end this stream. So take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day now, wherever you happen to be on the world. And as always, each and every one of you could be anywhere on the internet. It is the World Wide Web after all, and you've chosen to spend this time with me, which I never want to take for granted. So thank you all so very, very, very much. Make sure to join the Discord, !Discord, for the invite link if you would like to be informed about future streams and join the cool community of people, many of which are here in the stream right now, and ask me questions that I might have missed in the comments. Sincerely appreciate all of your lovely support, and I am signing out. Goodbye, everyone.